Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Nikita Tanwani, former Femina Miss India Andhra Pradesh 2019 and now a model, content creator and pageant coach, and also the founder of Conquer with Nikita Tanwani. If pageants seems to be like your cup of tea, or if you're an aspiring model, this is the channel you need to be subscribed to. So hit that subscribe button and follow along with a lot more pageant updates. It's time we talk about my predictions for Femina Miss India 2024 state winners. As of now, we are having the zonals in Mumbai going on, where from across the country there are approximately 200 candidates that have already been selected from the state auditions. And it's a really interesting time because this year's batch is really something. And I have my standouts and favorite contestants based on a few parameters such as their introductory bios, social media presence, platform projects, their beauty with a purpose, obviously a really important topic. Also their spokesperson qualities, their online branding, their walk, and their personality. So without any further delay, let's get right to it. Let's talk about the union territories first. I love that in the recent years this has also become a state of its own. And from union territories, my favorite contestant is Rika Pandey. She's from Dadra and Nagar Haveli, now lives in Mumbai and holds a films and mass communication degree. She's passionate about both sides of the camera and also uses her experience to inspire and uplift, focusing on empowering women in rural India. Other contestants that stood out to me from the union territories are Bhumi. However, I did feel that she's a little too raw and new to the industry and perhaps needs another year of polishing and just growing up. We also have Kanika, who has a great online presence and is all over social media, but when it comes to the spokesperson qualities, I couldn't seem to find any examples of her speaking across her social media profile, which I found super strange. However, she is great at facial expressions, has a lot of confidence, and also one of the best stage presences among all the candidates at UT. Next up is Gujarat, and from Gujarat I seem to see that Ayushi Dhalokia is quite a popular name and she does have the online popularity. However, my favorite is Manishika Goyal, and she is a curious and determined individual with a passion for understanding the how and the why. I guess that's what drew me towards her, and especially her goal to build a food business that tackles the impact of diets on climate change using AR technology to reduce restaurant wait times. Her passion project is what was the most standout feature for me, and she's using her online platform to make a difference, and that is why I'm rooting for Manishika. Let's talk about Maharashtra. Now, Maharashtra has always been one of the strongest states when it comes to Femina Miss India, and for the longest time, Yogita Rathore was standing out to me as one of my favorite candidates. She is a top runner for the title, if you ask me personally. She has that charm and freshness and innocence and great model, of course. However, when I was looking at the group of finalists, I feel that Yogita needs to work a little bit more on her styling in her posts and her videos that she puts up, just to be someone who's considered for the national title. And so on further investigation, right now my front runner at Maharashtra is Arshia Rashid, who's a 23-year-old Mumbai-based law student, social worker and model with campaigns for top designers, and she combines her passion for fashion, NGO work and national service while pursuing her dreams and supporting underprivileged women. Right next to Maharashtra, we have Goa. Now, when it comes to Goa, I was looking at Disha Nareda's profile. However, something that made her not get into my standout favorite category is the fact that despite doing a PhD in sexual harassment, I did not see her utilize her online social media platform at all or talk about what is currently happening in Jamshedpur or Karnataka or Kolkata. So I couldn't really find her utilizing her educational background on her platform, and that inconsistency to me in a contestant is just not something I personally favor. And so my favorite for Goa at the moment, Muriel Vegas, that's how I'm pronouncing her name, I'm sure I'm doing that wrong. She's a resilient advocate for mental health, and I do see that on her social media platform. She turned early struggles with bullying into strength and celebrates diversity and aims to inspire others with her belief that different does not mean less. I love that she has a branding line already, and she was also in fact Miss Asia India 2023, and I see her spokesperson qualities a lot. I see that she understands the platform and the responsibility that comes with a pageant title. Moving on to the northeast, the first state I want to talk about is Sikkim. Now with Sikkim, I have two candidates because I really could not pick who is stronger. Sahara Subha did stand out to me with her overall life story. She's a dynamic young entrepreneur and social activist from Sikkim, also known as the youngest female taxi driver, which is not an easy position to be in, and the founder of Hand in Hand, an animal welfare organization. My only concern is that we have not seen candidates with animal oriented BWAPs being usually selected as state winners. That's just been my personal experience, and I'm hoping to see a difference eventually, which is why I also have another candidate, Anisha Chetri. Now, interesting fact, Anisha was also the jury at Miss Universe India West Bengal recently. However, she captivated her audience with ramp walk at a pageant earlier and also made her mark at Paris Fashion Week with the House of Vendome Couture. As the MD of Positute in Sikkim, her love for traveling and dancing and building connections is evident in her work. The next state is Rajasthan, and I have to say it's one of the strongest states in the northwestern part of the country. Just trust me, there are some states that I'll talk about throughout this video where all 5 candidates were so strong that I was just reconsidering even making this video because of how strong the competition is. Rajasthan is one of them. However, I've been able to narrow down, and in my opinion, Paridhi Sharma is the one to watch out for. I have personally witnessed Paridhi's journey, her transformation. In fact, I saw her compete in 2022 at Miss Cosmos Queen, and so she's not new to pageants. Then again, other Rajasthan state finalists are not new to pageants either. Every single girl has won a title in the past, and so what Paridhi stands out with is just her spontaneity to me, and the fact that she's an absolutely stunning and gorgeous woman. But having known her personally and having seen her energy in a room, I feel like Paridhi has got this in the bag. The next state I'm gonna jump onto is Karnataka. From Karnataka, my standout favorite contestant is Apeksha, and she is a passionate South Indian woman who turned her love for classical dance into a pursuit of modeling and acting. Inspired by her late father's strength, she transitioned from corporate success to the spotlight, driven by resilience and a desire to inspire others. Her story was somewhat relatable to me, having also been in corporate earlier, and everything that she's gone through and the way she talks about her struggles and her journey. She's an overall really relatable kind of girl when it comes to, if you're trying to inspire the masses, and that is why Apeksha stands out. Next up, and also a state that is super close to my heart, is Telangana. And in fact, I have not one, but rather 2 girls from Telangana as state finalists this year. From Telangana, call it personal bias or whatever, but my personal favorite and also my student is Bhavya Reddy. I feel like she's got the Telangana title in the bag. She's a fashion model and corporate professional, expresses her creativity through Bharatanatyam performances, which she is choreographing and posting on her social media. Like, she's doing everything that you would want to know and do in order to stand out at a competition. She's not doing the bare minimum. I've seen her go the extra mile. I've seen her transform physically, mentally, emotionally, and she has that dedication, and the organization would be lucky to have her as a state title holder. She has also worked with high-profile clients such as Amazon as well as Kalamandir, and she's also the founder of the non-profit Mindkind, where she transforms personal loss into purpose by advancing mental health initiatives. Not to mention Shrija Gunala, who is also a Telangana state finalist and has also been a student at Concord. While I'm excited for Telangana, the strongest state in the southern part of India has to be Tamil Nadu. Now, when I saw Tamil Nadu, interesting fact, there is a comeback contestant, Malina, who was Simran Parikh and also the Andhra Pradesh finalist the year that I was competing, so it's so nice to see her come back. And she has transformed and grown tremendously in the last 5-6 years. Her acting and modeling work is commendable, and on top of that, her platform that she uses to raise awareness and get more people involved into organ donation is also incredible. She's one of my favorite candidates and one to watch out for. She also earned a mechanical engineering degree on a full scholarship. Besides Malina, my second favorite from Tamil Nadu, because it is a strong state, is Akshata, who's a model, anchor, software developer, and content creator. Her background as a full stack developer and event organizer highlights her commitment to excellence and adaptability in every endeavor, and those two things are not easy to do together. So, her skills are not easy to find in one person, and I wish that both of these girls could actually make it. And I feel like one of the Tamil Nadu state finalists could also become Miss Maharashtra, because I saw that a lot of them are also eligible from Maharashtra. Staying in the southern part of India, the next state is Kerala, where I also have two of my own girls competing, Durga as well as Aishwarya. And on a closer look at all of the state finalists, I feel like my favorite from Miss India Kerala has to be Aishwarya. She is an agricultural graduate, model, dancer, and content creator, and blends her academic achievements with artistic passion. Trained in classical dance and Carnatic music, she's a national kho player, an award-winning artist, and now venturing into modeling and acting, aiming to inspire others to pursue her dreams. And I know for a fact how inspirational she is, because I have been watching and witnessing Aishwarya's journey for almost 4 years now, and I've seen her transform and grow into this confident woman who really knows what she wants and knows where she's going, and can stand on her own 2 feet and know what she deserves. And I feel like that kind of experience and wisdom and that kind of confidence is something that definitely makes it at the national platform. Telangana's sister state, Andhra Pradesh, also one state to definitely watch out for, just because we've seen so many previous title holders come from Andhra Pradesh. This year, the one who caught my eye is Pavani Mehra. She's a resilient innovator who merges fashion with sustainability, came up with the first zero waste garment construction technique, and developed AI models for United Airlines. She is already making impact. She's not just talking about it, but she's there, she's on ground, and she's done things. With an MBA from the Indian School of Business, she is dedicated to redefining beauty standards and advancing social causes that uplift rural communities in India. I love that she's an ISB grad. It is from personal experience that I can tell you, I know how difficult it is to get into that college in the first place. I was someone who rejected that admission to pursue Femina Miss India, so I have mad respect for Pavani, that she is able to do both, is able to pursue her dream. And I think I want more people from that kind of background to be at Femina Miss India, and to be able to get that platform and also inspire women who are often in conventional paths. I'm going to take a flight back to the northeast part of India, and let's talk about Manipur. From Manipur, my favorite candidate is Kaidan Pragati. She blends her passion for modeling, dancing, and technology, and is a resilient role model. She aspires to empower young girls and highlight Manipur's uniqueness. And this is not her first time trying out at Miss India Manipur, so I really wish her the best of luck, because I'm rooting for you. Now, from Tripura, the girl who caught my eye is Nikita Ghosh. She has also been in pageantry for quite a few years now, excels in coaching, painting, and music, and recognized by the Kishori Utkarsh Manch for her academic achievements, and notable for winning gold in an international painting competition. She has also made her mark in various state pageants and competitions, and I have seen her growth, how she puts out every part of her journey, whether it's a high or a low, takes back learning lessons, and is inspiring to young women all around her. And her fitness transformation is also something that I was super impressed by. Now, when it comes to Northeast India, the strongest state is Arunachal Pradesh. It gave me such a hard time to pick out my favorite. However, there is one girl who stood out with her platform, with her work, with her overall personality and life story, and that girl is Nadik Nabum. She spearheads a market shed project to boost local vendors and has represented her state internationally at events already, like the Summer Food Fancy Show in New York and the Biofac India 2023. She's also a gold medalist in U17 women's badminton, a member of the first women's cricket team from Arunachal Pradesh. She's an all-rounder. And she's also launched initiatives such as the Bike Rally on International Women's Day and Skill Wave to empower youth with tech skills. So Nadik, for me, is just such an active woman, so with so much responsibility, with so much enthusiasm. Her initiative taking skills are something that are bound to stand out, and I feel like I didn't see that with any other candidate in Arunachal Pradesh. Another girl for whom I will say Miss India is going to be lucky to have her. Next state is Nagaland, and for Nagaland, for me personally, it's between Ruth and Gentaran. I really hope I'm pronouncing all of these names right, because I know that it's just not names that I'm familiar with a lot. But to come back to the point, to me, Ruth seems more like what Femina Miss India would end up picking based on previous pageants and years and my personal experience. And talking about Ruth's achievements, she has been the Times Fresh Face Bengaluru winner, and she is also a dynamic individual, captained a throwball team, has won an individual athletics championship, and also initiated the Box of Smiles project while starting to teach at just 18. Love that she's been doing a platform project from a very young age, and so she really understands the essence of the platform. I'm excited to talk about Meghalaya because this frontrunner for the title stood out to me at a very early stage in the competition. Like, one look at her and I feel like we have our Miss India Meghalaya, and that girl is Angie, who's a political science scholar and rural advocate. She balances her career at Earmax with her passions for adventure sports, dance, and music, and is an accomplished athlete, an artist dedicated to environmental sustainability and intellectual growth. However, what stood out to me beyond all of this is her amazing ramp presence. She is such a great supermodel kind of contestant, and I think she's the one to watch out for from Meghalaya. Next up is Mizoram. From Mizoram, my standout pick is Lal Sangim Mi, and she is a dedicated nurse and mental health advocate who believes in the resilience and self-belief, with achievements including Miss Congeniality in Northeast Diva 2024. Top 10 in Miss Mizoram, she combines her passion for adventure, reading, and dancing with a commitment to breaking mental health stereotypes. From Assam, my favorite candidate is a comeback contestant. We've seen her before, Arundhati Sakia. She's a state-level swimmer, a trained classical Satriya dancer with English language proficiency level 5. And since the time between her last time competing at the competition and now, she has also gotten her commercial pilot license. So that's the transformation that I'm hoping is. It's a pretty significant phase of your life that you've gone through. And so when I was looking at her overall profile, I feel like she could now be a lot more readier, and whatever was lacking at her last time competing, I hope that she gives the judges that insight into that she's grown and she's a lot more ready for the title now. Fun fact, she was also a top 12 finalist in Northeast Diva 2024, so I'm hoping for this time's pageant competition to be her time and her moment, and that she grabs the state title. Let's talk about West Bengal, and again, it took me a while to narrow down West Bengal state finalists because all of them have their own strengths, and I can see all of them are on different parts of their journey. I feel like with West Bengal state finalists, they're all gonna make it someday. It's just a matter of who makes it this year. However, when I finally narrowed down, my conclusion is that Miss West Bengal standout is Swagata Das. She hails from a small town of Bengal, and Swagata has taken to modeling from a very young age, and she's been doing a lot of modeling and commercial print work, which she seems to be really good at. What I am trying to, however, still find out is what is her platform project. The next state is Odisha, and one of my girls, Ananya, is one of the Odisha state finalists. However, I am being extremely neutral here, and as a pageant content creator, I try to be truthful when I see that there are other candidates who are stronger than my own client right now. And so for all fairness purposes, standout contestant at Odisha right now is Anushka Ghosh, and she is currently pursuing her English honors and is a dance choreographer and a gold medalist in Bharatanatyam. She is also a national level yoga player and a reality star. The reason I talked about Anushka being a standout is because she seems to be the most prepared for the national level competition, and so that kind of holds true for a lot of state finalists. Sometimes you've made it till state finalists, and then I recently worked with a bunch of candidates as well, right? And so what happens is, making it to state finalists, the amount of ramp walk skills, the amount of social media presence and brand strength that you need is different from what you need to be a state winner. And the girls who are ready for national level, those are the ones who make it to the top 31. And so for all the state finalists, when someone tells me that they've made it as a finalist, all I see is so much potential to be a state winner. Trust me, you all equally deserve it. It's just a matter of fine-tuning those things and getting ready for a bigger platform. And so if you can understand what is common among all of these predictions and understand their profiles, you'll be a lot more better prepared for next year as well. My next state is Chhattisgarh, and from Chhattisgarh, my favorite candidate, who I think can make it, who is also a Rajasthan state finalist, is Ria Jhakar. And I think it's Jhakar, not Jhakar. Correct me if I'm wrong. She was in fact diagnosed with celiac disease at the age of 12, and she turned her weakness into her strength. She also won a silver medal in the Science Olympiad in 9th standard. So she's very academic and sincere as a student too. And while Ria stands out to me at Rajasthan itself, like she was one of those candidates, so I'm glad that she can also go from Chhattisgarh, because I feel like she might get the title from this state. But what I really hope is that she has gotten a smile makeover, because when I was looking at her pictures, that's the only thing that concerned me. That if you're going for zonals and trying to get the state title, that's something that you should have probably gotten done by then. And I'm just hoping that she's gotten it done, because I don't see that makeover on her social media pictures. Moving on to Jharkhand. From Jharkhand, my standout is Vishakha. She was raised in remote townships of coal India across the nation, and this aspiring actor is determined to change the narrative of a small town girl with big dreams. Now, Vishakha is someone I've personally met her, seen her journey, followed her online, seen her host pageant events as well, and I think she's ready this year for the state title. I think she brings a unique star quality, what we call it, to the Miss India platform, and I know that she has the spokesperson skills, and she also has the dedication to be a good ambassador for a pageant organization. The next state is Bihar, and my favorite candidate from Bihar is Aditi Jha, who's a Hindustan Times scholarship winner. Aditi achieved an international rank of 5 and a national gold medal in the IEO, which is the International English Olympiad, winning numerous short story and writing contests in school. I mean, I didn't win that many medals, but I feel like I was a little bit like Aditi in school, because I was always the first in essays and articles and short story writing kind of things. And I also got a distinction in Macmillan English Olympiad, or whatever the exam used to happen from Macmillan. I don't know if you guys know about this, but this was a thing that used to happen a few years ago. I was also top 10 in my city at a spell bee competition. So Aditi, I feel you. But I think Aditi is not just a spectacularly stunning woman, but overall her profile is such a good fit for Miss India Bihar, and I think she would be one of the strongest candidates from that state in recent years. The next state is Madhya Pradesh. Now, when it comes to MP, I am torn between Ruchika and Aditi Bajaj, but I'm leaning towards Ruchika when I look at the overall scoring of a profile, and also the fact that Ruchika is contributing towards reducing maternal mortality in India. I love that that is a topic that requires a lot of attention right now, and I love that she's chosen that to be her advocacy. She's also worked with a lot of top brands, is a great model, has a great stage presence and on-screen presence. So I feel like if there was a competition between those two, Ruchika would probably just win that. Coming to the capital city of India, Delhi, always a strong city, and we see a lot of strong girls coming out from this region of the country. My favorite is Devanshi Sharma, who's a graduate of BTech in technology, in biotechnology. Devanshi has been actively involved in modeling and pageantry for the last 1.5 years and is a national level gold medalist in karate and national level bronze medalist in skating. Love that she's an overall all-rounder kind of girl, and if you go through her profile, I feel like she again is one of the most prepared and strategic contestants from the capital city. From the state of Haryana, I have two favorites because the state is really strong. In fact, we've had Manushi Chiller from Haryana, so it just makes sense. Haryana is a state to watch out for. The first one that caught my eye is a comeback contestant, Supriya Daya. She's a commercial multi-engine pilot licensed in the USA, a distinguished equestrian, violinist, and passionate about music. Supriya has excelled in debates, dramatics, and athletics, earning numerous medals and accolades. Now, I don't personally know what happened last time, why Supriya did not go further in the competition or place higher, but as of now, she looks like a super strong contestant. However, unless Supriya has not had a huge delta of a transformation, another contestant who is a fresh candidate and stood out to me is Ishna Bambri, who's a model, entrepreneur, visual designer, and she's modeled for Kylie Cosmetics. I love that. So her supermodel quality is something that I feel like gives her an edge over Supriya, and they just have their own strengths, which is why I couldn't really pick between these two candidates. Ishna's dedication and commitment to her goals propelled her through a transformative weight loss journey, leading to collaborations with prestigious brands and magazines, as we can see in her portfolio. From the state of Uttarakhand, my standout pick is Kalash Sharma, who's currently working in an organization fostering employment opportunities in rural parts of our country. She's also a state-level basketball and volleyball player, and just like Ishna, I feel like Kalash brings something new to the table. I haven't seen a contestant like that or a profile of that sort, and to me Kalasha really stood out compared to the other contestants, and I feel like she has a lot to say. Like, her unique life story would definitely be a unique personal brand in the competition. From the state of Himachal, I feel like my girl is the most prepared candidate. She truly deserves the title of Miss India Himachal, and that contestant is Mehak Manta. She trained with us around a year ago, and she's a really beautiful speaker. She also has a great on-screen presence, and while I'm working with her, I can see that her learning curve is really quick, and which is why I'm rooting for her. Mehak holds a master's degree in soil science, and she's grown from a shy teen to a confident individual, as I have witnessed, and she has participated in the Prague International Debate 2019 and also won theatre awards. So Mehak is that contestant for you, and I feel like the organization would be lucky to have her. And the last state, but definitely not the most boring or dull, is Punjab. Punjab always has such stunning faces come out of that region that I also have two contestants. I can't pick between Soumya and Ritika. Soumya is fascinated by performing arts, and her mother put her into a dance class that led to her becoming a national level Kathak dancer and also receiving the Young Women's Achievers Award from the Governor of Haryana. She also made her Punjabi film debut in 2024, which is just this year. Now, Soumya is my first pick for the title of Miss India Punjab, but then Ritika is just more good for the organization, and which is why she's a strong candidate. But also, sometimes you've got so much going on with your own career and profession that it's also a matter of who benefits more from whom, right? Because of course organizations look into the business aspect of things as well, and how profitable can you be as a candidate in the organization and in the competition. And so keeping that in mind, I think Ritika also has a fair chance. Ritika is pursuing a law degree and also works as a host at corporate events and exhibitions to support her family, and she aspires to provide free legal aid. And what stood out to me is her inspiring social media presence and how she shares her journey and all the struggles that she's going through. So part of me is also rooting for Ritika. And so those are all of my favorites and standout picks from the contestants who are competing for the state winner positions at Femina Miss India this year. Let me know who are your favorites, if I've missed out on anyone. Do you agree with my standouts or not? I would love to know that in the comment section below. And if you like this video and want to see more such content, then don't forget to give a big thumbs up to this video and subscribe for further episodes. With that being said, I love you guys so much, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye!